Good morning, everybody. We're just going to wait a couple of minutes. You're all lovely and early. So we'll wait a couple of minutes to let some more people join, and then we will begin. Okay, right. Hello, everybody. I think, are we ready to go, Derek?
Yes, we are.
We are ready. Okay, wonderful. Great. I am just going to share my screen. Fantastic. Okay. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today, and welcome to our Res Payments webinar. I'm Jen Morgan. I'm the Director of Account Management at Hotel Res, and I am thrilled to be hosting the session with you. Over the next 30 minutes, we'll be discussing how integrating an automated payment solution with your Res booking engine can streamline your booking process and boost your bookings. Today, we're excited to have Derek Betterings, Chief Operating Officer at Smart Hotels, with us. Derek will be covering several key topics, including how payment automation can simplify your booking processes, the ease of getting started in just 3 simple clicks, and the benefits of automatically validating credit cards and securing deposits. Before we jump into the presentation, there are just a couple of housekeeping items to ensure you get the most out of today's session. Please feel free to answer any questions throughout the webinar by posting them in the chat box. Derek and I will answer as many as we can during the Q&A session at the end. If you think of any questions after the webinar, don't worry. You can email us directly and we'll share contact details with you at the end. And if for any reason you need to leave early, we'll be sending a recording of the session so you can watch it at your convenience. Okay, right. So if everybody is ready, let's dive in. Derek, over to you.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. And first of all, I'm delighted to tell a bit more about payments and the Res Payment Solution, which is a co-create between Hotel Res and Smart Hotel. I would like to introduce myself. My name is Derek. I'm the Chief Operating Officer at Smart Hotel, and we're offering all kinds of solutions related to connectivity and payments. So I have a background in hospitality. Did hotel management school in The Hague in the Netherlands, worked in several hotels all over the world, currently with 12 years with Smart Hotel, and I'm very pleased to work together with the Hotel Res team servicing you for all kinds of solutions that are related to synergies, GDS, booking engine, digital marketing, combined with connectivity to the PMS, OTA connectivity, and payments. So let's have a look if I can move to the next slide. Otherwise, I will ask Jennifer to assist me in this. I think I require a little click from you, Jennifer. Thank you so much. As mentioned, we provide reliable tools that simplify the operations and enhance guest interactions across every stage of the stay. And how do we do that? We bring in efficiency to the hotel operations by automating manual processes. And next to that, we embed certain solutions in user interface for the guests that try to make their booking online. And this combination works excellent. So the REST payment solution works fully automatically, and it eliminates the manual work. And also by bringing in more automation in every step of the guest journey, we can bring under more volume of payments that can come from both e-commerce and in-person payments within one single payment provider, and that will give you lower transaction costs compared to having multi PSPs, payment service providers, for different payment implementations. Now, how can we facilitate this? SmartHotel has a connectivity platform where we can also connect the HotelRes solutions so that you have full integrations with your property management system, your point of sale, and all other vendors that you use in your operations. Then, indeed, how do we do this? That is based on the power of automated payments with the REST Booker booking engine. And it all comes from the partnership that SmartHotel and HotelRes have together. We're very proud of this, and I think we have a lot of synergies here. So we have a mutual customer profile. So we look for very professionally operated hotels in mainly Western Europe. So we share the regional presence, so we can easily combine our support team resources, and we have a lot of complementary solutions. So if we look at GDS, booking engine, and digital marketing, and we combine this with the knowledge we have in connectivity, you can nearly think of a one-stop shop. And if we then look at the payment business case, it is a matter of integrating these payment solutions in functional tools. So as an example, we will be able to combine OTA connectivity with automated charges of virtual credit cards. And I will tell you a little bit more about that in a minute. So how will it work? The REST payment solution covers multiple aspects in the daily operations. So if we start with the core of the hotel operations, you always look at the PMS, the property management system. This is the heart of the hotel. So it's very important that we have a two-way PMS interfacing, and that reservations will enter directly into the PMS, assigned with a payment result message, which we call deposit. So all bookings that come into the property management system, we can collect a prepayment for. Now, how do we do that? We have multiple web solutions for that. One of the solutions that HotelRes offers is the REST Booker booking engine. Now, on the REST Booker booking engine, we will be able to add a pay page. So in the booking process, we really embed that payment at the final stage of the booking process. So the reservation lands into the property management system via the direct interface, and directly assigned to this, we push a deposit message that comes straight away from the payment service provider and assign it to the reservation folio in the PMS. Now, we can do the same for the GDS, the IBE, and the OTA bookings. For GDS and OTA, it's pretty common that tour agents or online travel agents issue a virtual credit card and split the payment process between the booker and the platform and the hotel. And how do they do this? This is by collecting the payment straight away from the booker via their own payment process, and then they issue, and they is the platform, in this case the OTA like Booking.com, Expedia, Hotelbeds, or any GDS travel agent. They issue a virtual card, and what do you need to do with that as a hotel? You need to collect the funds from the particular card upon activation date. And this is currently a manual process, and we will be able to automate this and ensure that there's no more manual typing over of cardholder information. You will just receive a report of all collected funds via this virtual credit card automation process. And next to that, we also push a deposit message to the reservation. So upon check-in, you will already see in your property management system that the funds for this particular booking have been collected and booked to your bank account. For the meta search, there are several ways to push the meta search. As you all know, there's the cost per click and the cost per acquisition model. We try to optimize, of course, the performance in a cooperation between HotelRez and Smart Hotel. And also there, it's very important to ensure that there is a smooth process and that all customers that are looking for their best rates land from the meta search engine like TripAdvisor, Trivago, and Google Hotel, that they land on your booking engine, and that also the payment is being collected straight away, so that in the end the result is that you have a direct prepaid reservation. So what does a RES payment entails? In the beginning, if we look at the benefits, it will save you time as a hotelier. It saves you energy, no more manual work. And also one of the most important aspects is that with this seamless automation and direct integration to the property management system, you will benefit from a better cash flow position because the money is being collected straight away after the booking has been made. The arrival date is most of the time in the future. Next to that, there is another benefit because the secure payment solution will ensure fully PCI compliancy, which is the latest standard for collecting cardholder information and processing online payments. It's getting more and more important because there's more and more regulations around it. So sooner or later, you have to be compliant. How does a direct integration work? The ResBooker booking engine is connected via your channel manager or via a direct property management system integration. That interface wouldn't change. And next to that, we will add an additional interface that runs between the ResBooker booking engine and the payment service provider. And that runs in the end via the Smart Connect platform, where we make a direct integration to your PMS again. Now, this way we will be able to push the reservation directly after the booking has been made, and actually at the same time it runs simultaneously. We collect the deposit from the guest and push it on the guest folio of the PMS. Now, that is the implementation for the booking engine, and there is multiple policies around different rate strategies. So you have a setup for a prepayment that is fully prepaid. You have the option to take partial payments. You can do a split payment. You can do a delayed payment where you just create segmentation in your pickup date and arrival date. As an example, you can say 30% of the booking amount need to be paid directly, and the other amount 7 days prior to arrival. This kind of flexibility we can give by set up this kind of policies on the rate structure. We're not only talking about deposits or prepayment, we can also collect cardholder information for guarantees. Now, these guarantees, we also call it a zero odd, which means we just look if the card number is valid. We collect the credit card, we tokenize the card holder information, and then the token lands in the PMS for later purposes. So this ensures that you do not have original cardholder information in your property management system, which is again PCI compliant. The purpose of this is that we can reuse the cardholder information to do a pre-authorization X number of days prior to arrival, and this pre-authorization will give you the possibility to charge for no-show or late cancellations. Automated settlements, if I go to the next bullet, then you will find charge OTA, IBE, and GDS bookings automatically. That happens via a script that we run every night. So based on the issued cards from the different sources, we look at the activation date of virtual cards. These virtual cards live in our vault system, and upon activation date, every night the script ensures a full charge of capture of the funds. And of course, assigned to that, we will deliver the result messages of those charges back in the PMS as deposits booked on the guest folio. This eliminates manual work because you don't have to type over the cards. The cards do not live, the original cards do not live in your property management system anymore. And you have full reporting available on the cards that have been charged. As an example, if a booking has been made and the guest cancels on the OTA, you also have to refund the virtual card funds back to the card. Otherwise, OTAs like Booking.com and Expedia will perform a chargeback. Now, as soon as we receive the cancellation, we also refund the funds and add those back to the card, so you will have a lower chargeback rate. So prepayments are really become easy because we also have the opportunity to create payment links, and payment links can be pushed manually or automatically. Via manual payment links, you'll have our online payment platform. It's called the online payment system. And what we can do there is creating a manual link by entering a guest name. We can enter email address, the amount, a description, and possibly the PMS reservation number. So we push the pay link via an email template to the guest. If the guest makes the payment, we can push the deposit message, the result of the payment, into the PMS with the reference of the reservation ID. And this makes the circle round again. So that ensures that you don't have to do any manual work to collect the payments. It's also very compliant. The automated version of this is that we set up policies. We look at rate code, source, booking window, and we can then push payments based on policies where we create payment links that have parameters that we set up based on the earlier mentioned characteristics. Then the most famous way to collect a payment is via a payment terminal. We also have terminals in different versions. The most common one that we issue at the moment is the one with Android, where we will be able to connect it straight away to your property management system and the POS, the point of sale. The advantage is that there is no more typing over of amounts to be settled, so there's no more mistakes. And the result message will land into the PMS or POS system, so the check will be removed from the open balance. On the night shift, the settled amounts will be pushed from the POS to the PMS, and in the PMS, you can then run a report for your bookkeeping. This is fully secure PCI compliant, so it's also very important to look at that. Less manual work, no more manual card handling by human interaction. And also on the PCI part, there's a big thing going on, which is called 3D Secure, which is all to do with a check on if the cardholder information belongs to the guest that is using the card. So if we push a pay link, or you will land on the pay page, we also do a double check on whether the guest is actually eligible to use this particular card. That happens via the secured environment, where we can check on a personal character. You can use your phone like a second device and use a password for that. So in the end, we boost efficiency. So the PMS and POS interfacing ensure a fully automated in-person payment process. As mentioned, we push the information from the PMS and POS to the terminal to make the checkout when the guest is in-house. And as a result, the information lands back into the property management system and POS. For e-com, it happens in the same process. And in most scenarios, the guest is not in-house. So we do the checks on whether the guest is indeed eligible to make the payments. And that ensures a lower chargeback ratio and any misleading transactions, because also criminal activities become more and more common in today's industry. So we help you not only on the efficiency side of things, but also on becoming more secure and to drive more revenue via these prepayment principles. Now, there is a multi-property setup because I know that there are some hoteliers that have multi-property instance set up or multi-property engine, and this way your report will also reflect that the payments are split to the different properties set up in the system. Here's a picture of the landscape. It's a little bit complex, but I'll try to explain it in a couple of words. If you look at the left side, you will find your hotel, and then in the next column you will see all the different implementations that we discussed before. So we got the OTA integrations with the VCC charges that happen fully automatically. We have the booking engine integration with the pay page fully embedded into the booking process. We have the pay links, and those can be combined. So if you ask a guest to make a prepayment that is a partial deposit straight away in the booking process, we push a pay link X day to arrival to settle the full balance. And then at the final stage, we have the terminals for the in-house transactions. And everything is connected to each other on this single environment, which is then our REST payment platform that is based on Adyen payment service provider technology. So we use the Adyen banking environment and banking license to process the payments. Now, as mentioned in the beginning, if we bring under all the volume of your transactions on a single payment agreement, then we will be able to deliver you the best rates in the market. So we not only bring efficiency in the daily operations, but also in terms of transaction costs. So how do you get boarded? It's just in 3 steps. And thank you, Jennifer, for mentioning that in the beginning. How will it work? Of course, we provide you with a personalized proposal for your payments, and we offer you a great payment scan. So you will know exactly what we're going to do at the start of the integration process. As soon as you accept the proposal, we will be reviewing a know your customer process. And there's nothing else than regulation in today's banking world, where we need to check who the beneficiary of the paid out funds are. So everyone needs to know from the banking side of things how we board you as a new client and how we set up your payment accounts. As soon as that has been done, we can start the configuration of adding the payment implementation to your existing solutions and possibly add new features if required. Then we start with the training and offer you all the tools you need to reconcile your funds. And what that means is that we combine reservation information with transaction information in single reporting, so you can use that for your bookkeeping. And then you're ready to go live. And all of this can be done in a respectable time frame, normally 3 to 6 weeks. So now we are at the point that it's your turn. I would love to hear all your questions and see if I can answer them for you.
Wonderful. Right, I'm going to stop sharing because I actually can't see the chat if I'm sharing. So let me do that. Let's see. Have we got any questions at all? No questions yet at all.
Oh, Jennifer, do you got a question for me then?
Do I have a question for you? Oh my goodness. Well, no, I mean, I think the fact, Derek, that it's, I mean, the thing that excited me was the 3 quick steps of implementation. I think in the past to kind of work with a payment gateway or a payment service provider, it seemed like a really, really hard thing to do. So yeah, so I was particularly excited to hear about that. And also, I think, just listening to some of the examples and scenarios you used, I think there are quite a few hoteliers. For example, deposits was a big one, and the fact that you could kind of, stagger the payments. I think that was brilliant. So yeah, I think thank you. You answered all of mine. But we have got a few questions coming in now. So let's have a look. Okay, wonderful. So first question, Derek, is Smart Hotel PCI DSS compliant? And are you a service provider or third-party service provider in relation to PCI DSS?
Yeah, no, that is a very technical security question. Thank you. Yes, we are fully PCI compliant and level 4. So that means that we are assessed by an external party every year. And we also need to perform penetration tests on our system to ensure that that security is fully covered. Yeah, we are a service provider indeed, and we also work with third-party service providers. So that has to do with the role that we have. The third-party service provider is Adyen in this case, and we are the service provider for you as a hotel. All documentation is available and happy to share that. So that is all we need to make sure that the services we deliver are indeed up to the modern standards.
Wonderful, thank you. Another one that's come through, if the payment fails, would the room still get booked, even though the guest still gets a payment link to pay?
Yeah, now there's different options, so that is optional. If we look at the booking engine, so the ResBooker booking engine, you cannot complete the booking without completing the final stage of the booking process, which is the payment option. There's multiple options there, like pay now, pay later. So let's say the pay later option has been chosen, then the booking will be pushed to the PMS, but it's a non-paid or non-prepaid booking, so non-guaranteed. So the booking is marked as non-guaranteed, and the guest has the option to change that into a guaranteed booking by settling the open balance. Now, if the open balance, let's say there's a policy set up and the open balance is not completed before the cancellation policy expires, then we have the option to cancel the booking automatically, or we start sending reminders to the guest mentioning, hey, you need to settle your balance, otherwise we will cancel your booking. So there's quite some flexibility in there.
Wonderful, thank you. Last question I can see. Can you also turn off the payment page for certain rate codes, or is it on for every booking that goes through the booking engine?
Now there's a lot of flexibility in there, and this is also why I think this is such a great tool. You will be able to set up a policy per rate code. Also, you can select certain windows. So let's say the rate code needs to act differently in high pickup periods. Then you can also change the policy for that period. So there's flexibility on room rate combination, and also for packages, there's different options available.
Fantastic. Thank you. And I think we've also just had a question in. I think, Derek, it's more about references. Obviously, if any of our hoteliers are interested in signing up, can you put them in touch with some of your lovely hotels that you work with already?
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think I'm able to disclose some names. So we got the Stones Hotel Salisbury online, and a beautiful yacht in the harbor of London. It's Sunborn Hotels is live. We recently did a big project there, and I think they're very enthusiastic. So always happy to introduce you to any reference.
Wonderful. That's lovely. Thank you so much. I am conscious of time. Derek had to whip through everything. So thank you to everyone who attended today, and a special thank you to you, Derek. As mentioned, we will be sending through a recording of the webinars, but of course, if you've got any questions or obviously wish to discuss the solution any further, please do get in touch with our colleague Jag. Let me just share my screen so you can just take a note of his details. There we go. Or otherwise, obviously your account manager is always on hand to answer anything. So thank you everyone, and have a wonderful rest of your day.